What's up, guys? Jack here from J&J Reviews. Flying solo on this one. The guys, they'll be back, but this time, it's just me. So we're just gonna kick back and talk about Life. Well, the movie, anyways. So, Life, directed by Daniel Espinosa, stars Jake Gyllenhaal, Ryan Reynolds, and Rebecca Ferguson. Just based off the cast alone, I was very excited for this movie. Jake Gyllenhaal is one of my favorite actors working today. Ryan Reynolds, I've always enjoyed, and he has his resurgence of late after Deadpool. Rebecca Ferguson, I thought was really good, and one of the best parts of Mission Impossible, whatever Part 5 was called, the latest one. So, yeah, going in, the trailers made this look exactly like Alien for just a new generation, just looked like a copy and paste of Alien with attractive people in it. So that's kind of what I expected going in. I did expect to enjoy it because, again, of the cast and just that it looked like it had some cooler visual elements than Alien did, just because it was made in 1979. So just thought it was going to be Alien with a more modern twist. So I thought I'd just have a good time and not really get much more out of it. But surprisingly, I ended up loving Life. I love Life, and I also love Life, the movie. First, just getting in right away, what grabbed me about this film was the visual style. Daniel Espinosa, he really is the star of this movie, the director, because the opening scene, it's just this long tracking shot through the space station, and it's just beautiful. I was so locked in, I was engaged, I was ready to go. Scene just goes on forever. I was like, how are they pulling this off? I just really loved that opening sequence, and just from there on, the visuals just really just grabbed me in, and I felt like I was on that space station with these characters. And again, going off the direction, I really liked how in the space station they really take advantage of the zero gravity thing in space. Everyone's flying around, zipping, floating. I thought that was really cool and unique because you don't really see that a lot in space movies that take place in space for some reason. They don't really utilize that on the station. You kind of see it, but it's not as focal and present as it is in this movie. And I thought that was just a really cool aspect of it. Again, visually, but then I liked, without getting into, I'm not going to spoil the movie because it hasn't really come out yet, and I really want people to go and see this movie because I did really enjoy it. But the way Calvin, who plays the life form that they bring onto the ship, it's in the trailers, the way he turns out looking, I thought was actually really cool, and I liked it was a different design from Aliens you'll see typically, and I just really liked how he looked overall. Getting into just quickly the performances, nobody really stands out in this movie. They're all good because they're all good actors. Jake Gyllenhaal's character gets the most development, I'd say, out of all of them. We actually get a real backstory with him and find out just really stuff about him. And he's really good, like usually, Jake Gyllenhaal. Rebecca Ferguson, again, solid for what she has to do. I think she's going to be a big star, and this is just getting her one step closer. And Ryan Reynolds gets to throw out some one-liners, and he's good old Ryan Reynolds. He does have some darker moments in this movie, some cool action scenes. So overall, the performances, and there were some other people on the ship as well. They filled their roles. Everybody. The big thing I can say about the performances is that they bought in, because this is just, I mean, when you boil down to it, it's just a space horror thriller movie. And then this cast could be easily just signed up for the paycheck and taken it and moved on, but they all really committed. You can see that they're committed to this movie and they want to give you a good time and make you feel like you're there with them, and they do just that. So I think for that reason, great performances all around. As far as it's being touted as a horror thriller movie, I will say I'm not really a fan of horror movies, and this isn't really a horror movie. There are definitely some scary aspects to it, and there's some good use of gore for this movie. It's the first movie I've seen where zero gravity and gore are mixed, and we have gore floating. I thought that was really cool, but nothing too horrific about this movie. But the thriller aspect of it is very true. This is an edge of your seat movie. I was just on edge from the beginning. The tension this movie builds, it's just crazy. Like my heart was beating out of my chest. I was so into it, and it's just, yeah, it's a great movie if you're just looking to have your heart beat a little faster. For an hour, it's only an hour 45 minutes, and it flies by, and you just locked in the entire time. Then this is easily a movie for you. Getting into the story again, not much really to it aside from the fact that they bring this life form on the space station and they kind of mess with it, and things go sideways. But What I really liked about this movie was that it didn't try to overcomplicate things. It knows exactly what it is, and it's not trying to overstep its bounds or do anything crazy or profound. And it basically is Alien, the 1979 Ridley Scott classic, but it knows that, and it has some new elements and techniques, like I said earlier, that it adds to it, and it's not blatantly ripping off Alien. It's more of kind of an homage and just a retelling of that kind of story with its own stuff. So I don't really see that being an issue at all. I see a lot of reviews of this movie are just calling it, well, it's just Alien. It's Alien Light. Oh, 1979 called it wants its movie back. And I don't see that as a major criticism. I'll take last year, for example, Hell or High Water. Great movie. Made mine, and it was Jamin's #1 last year. It was in my top 10. Two brothers robbing banks to save their farm. Wow, original, right? No. See that in hundreds of movies, but the way it was done, it's because it was done so well, and just everything about it was well done and realized, so you didn't care that you were seeing something you'd seen before. It's the same thing I'll say about Life. I think it's just really well done. Again, the tension, the visuals, and the way the cast buys into this movie, they just make it such a fun, thrilling experience. And also, what I want to touch on really quickly, again, not getting into spoilers, but I think there was some social commentary in this movie that's not really at the forefront. But it was definitely there for me, and I saw this as it because these characters do make some dumb decisions in this movie. And some people that might be a negative, like these are scientists, like why are they acting so dumb? But for me, what I saw it as is a look at just really where we're at today in America, where you put people, humanity, and the faith of people's hands, and if even if their intentions are good, they make one or two just silly, dumb decisions. Humanity could be at risk, and I think it's a timely message. And again, this movie's not pushing that, and that's not an original message for a sci-fi movie or any movie really to have. I think it's just timely for where we're at right now, and I think it was done really well, just kind of in the background of all the scares and thrills we're getting in this movie. So I really enjoyed that aspect of it. Just again, I can't really stress enough that this is one of the best theater experiences I've had in a long time. The crowd I was with, it was an early screening crowd, so everybody was hyped. Everybody was having a good time. Everyone's on the edge of their seat, just really into it. And just movie experiences like this, really, these are the movies that I'm looking for these days when I go to a theater. I want to be taken into a world, and I want to just feel like I'm in it and be living it. And really, I can't say a movie's done that for me since maybe this movie right here, Mad Max Fury Road. I felt like I was on that road in the cars being thrown around, and Life is the same way. I feel like I was on the space station being chased by Calvin, running around with these characters trying to figure out what to do to survive. And the final thing I'm going to talk about, again, no spoilers, is the ending. The ending is, as I've learned from reading some reviews, very divisive among people. Some people say they saw it completely coming and it's lazy and whatever. Some people say they didn't see it coming and it was a nice 180 surprise. For me, I definitely think you can see the ending of this movie coming if you want to. They don't really try to disguise it that much. I thought it was so clever and again, well done. Everything about this movie is super well done. And so I really loved how this movie concluded, left me on a high. I had a complete stranger sitting next to me. We high-fived when the movie ended. He just went in for it, and I was like, heck yeah, man, let's do it. Because I was just pumped walking out of this movie. And looking back at it, are there some problems with the movie? Sure, I guess, if you want to go into it. But I think this is just a really fun, really great sci-fi horror thriller. It knows exactly what it is, and it does what it's doing very, very well. And again, this is one of the best theater experiences I've had in a long time. And so, overall, just wrapping up, I'm going to go ahead and score this thing. I'm going really high on this. I'm going to be honest. I'm higher than a lot of people I've seen. But I just, that experience I had and just thinking about this movie, and I can't wait to see it again. I'm going as soon as possible. Just really love being in this world, and it's just such a fun, little contained movie that I can't wait for more people to see. And I'm going to go ahead and give Life an 8.75 out of 10. Really want you guys to go out and check this one out. Don't let it disappear or get hidden behind Power Rangers, whatever crap is coming out. Because while this movie may not hit a chord with people that it did with me, I don't think everyone's going to love it like I did. But I think you can at least get some fun thrills out of this movie and just really enjoy it for what it is. A nice movie to get in March. Still winding up to the summer season, but this is just one of the best times I've had in the theater in a while. So thank you guys for watching this review. Let me know down below if you're going to see Life or if you have seen it and if you're excited or what you thought about it. And stay tuned for more of our reviews with the whole gang back coming soon. J&J Reviews, signing out.